Graduands and guests, I now invite you to stand for the arrival of the university procession.
Be seated. Chancellor, University Council, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, senior officers, academic and professional staff, graduands, families and your friends. It is with pleasure that I welcome you to Victoria University's graduation ceremony for the College of Arts and Education and the College of Sport and Exercise Science. My name is Naomi Dempsey. I am the Pro-Vice-Chancellor of Students of Victoria University. I am also your MC today. On behalf of my fellow Victoria University staff, I extend a warm welcome and congratulate all graduands on their achievements today. I would also like to warmly welcome family, friends and the VU community who have joined us in today's celebration via the live stream. Today we are honoured to celebrate the success of our students with your families. For anyone here today with young children, please know that it is okay if they make noise. If at any time your children need to stretch their legs or take a break, one of our ushers will assist you and we have some activities for them. As a mark of respect to Australia's Indigenous people, we acknowledge the ancestors, elders and families of the Boonwurrung and the Woiwurrung of the Kulin, who are the traditional owners of university land. As we share our own knowledge practices within the university, may we pay respect to the deep knowledge embedded within the Aboriginal community and their ownership of country. We acknowledge that the land on which we meet is a place of age-old ceremonies of celebration, initiation and renewal, and that the Kulin people's living culture has a unique role in the life of this region. Before we commence today's proceedings, I would like to invite Miss Janet Galpin of the Boonwurrung Foundation to deliver the Welcome to Country. Welcome, Janet.
Chancellor, and thank you, Naomi, for the introduction. Wominjeka. Wominjeka is the Boonwurrung language word for welcome. I am here today representing Parbanata Carolyn Briggs, AM, the elder of the Boonwurrung and the Yalakit Willem clan, and would like to pay my respect to my ancestors. And to all of you here today for the 2019 Victoria University December graduation ceremony. As a representative and family member of the Boonwurrung, Melbourne's First People, I am pleased to be able to welcome you all here today. We are especially pleased to recognise the commitment that you've made here today in paying respect to the spirit of this land and to its First Peoples. Through this, you have shown the willingness to honour sacred ground. Today, we stand on Boonwurrung country. This country is unceded land. The Boonwurrung are the custodians of the land that stretches from the Wilson's Promontory all the way to the mouth of the Werribee River, encompassing both of our beautiful bays, Western Port and Port Phillip. So when you're walking or travelling around our country, you have been welcomed by us for all of your journeys. It is important for all Victorians and guests to understand and appreciate the history and the culture of the First Peoples of Melbourne, who've played a very significant role in the development of Melbourne, both before and after European arrival. And unfortunately, our First Peoples are unknown to many who live in this land. The struggle to preserve not only their culture, but their cultural heritage and also traditions began with the ancestors in the 1830s. And one of the lessons that we should take from this struggle was the way that the elders and the leaders of the day forged alliances that led to many of the achievements that we all take for granted today. And our elders are still today in continual discussion with the leaders of today to advance recognition and reconciliation for our First Peoples. As Australians, while we may have all descended from different clans, language groups, and also from countries all across the world, we should all support our elders' rights for a voice to government, our rights for a treaty, and the truth-telling about Australia's dark history. The word welcome in Boonwurrung, as I said earlier, is Wominjeka, but it also has a double translation. And the other translation of that beautiful word is to come with purpose. And it's also a contract between the people as the custodians of this land and yourselves to ensure that our laws are adhered to and to guarantee safe passage for those who ask. According to tradition, this land has always been protected by our creator Bunjil, who travels as an eagle, and by Wah, who travels as a crow and protects our waterways. Bunjil taught the Boonwurrung to always welcome guests, but he always required the Boonwurrung to ask two promises that I will ask of you all here today, and that is to not harm the land and to not harm the children of Bunjil. And this commitment was made by dipping a small bow in the waters and the spoken words, Wominjeka. Please now welcome Brent Watkins from Culture Evolve to the stage to play the didgeridoo for you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet and Brent. I would now like to invite Vice-Chancellor Professor Peter Dawkins, AO, to introduce today's occasional address.
Thank you, Naomi. Chancellor. Graduands, welcome to your graduation day. May I offer my congratulations to you and welcome you into our VU family. Today is a very important occasion. It's our premier student event on the calendar, and this one is particularly special for our Chancellor, Mr. George Pappas, AO, who is presiding over his final graduation ceremonies this week as he is retiring at the end of this year after a decade with Victoria University. George, it's been an honour to have you preside over our graduations as well as presiding over our University Council. And your enthusiasm and pride for our student success has ensured that our ceremonies have been great celebrations. Please join me in a round of applause for our Chancellor, Mr. George Pappas. I would now like to invite the Honourable Bill Shorten MP to deliver today's occasional address. Bill Shorten is the Shadow Minister for the National Disability Insurance Scheme, the Shadow Minister for Government Services, and was leader of the Australian Labor Party from 2013 to 2019. Mr. Shorten joined the ALP at 17 and the Australian Workers' Union as an organiser in 1994. He has been Secretary of the Victorian Branch and AWU National Secretary. He's credited with reforming and reviving the AWU, and while there led the fight against work choices. His public profile was raised during the Beaconsfield mine collapse in Tasmania 2006, where he acted as a union advocate for the workers at the mine and their families. As Parliamentary Secretary for Disabilities and Children's Services, he was the key architect of the NDIS. He's also served as Assistant Treasurer and Minister for Financial Services and Superannuation, Education Minister, Minister for Employment and Workplace Relations, and Minister for Financial Services and Superannuation. He was elected as the member for Maribyrnong in 2007 and has held the seat ever since. And his seat includes our campuses in Footscray, our headquarters. And in that role, Bill takes a keen interest in Victoria University. He lives in Maribyrnong with his wife Chloe, who also takes a keen interest in Victoria University and is VU's Youth Mental Health Ambassador. So Bill, Chloe and their 3 children and 2 bulldogs all live locally. Please welcome the Honourable Bill Shorten MP.
Well, good morning, everybody. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, academic and professional staff, graduands, families and friends, and in particular, those who are the first in their family to attend university. I acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land upon which we meet. I pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging, and I pay my respect to all people of Indigenous descent who are here with us today. I want to tell you that I love history. Now, one of my favourite scientists in the history of the world is a gentleman called Sir Isaac Newton, one of the greatest minds that the world has ever produced. Sir Isaac Newton, for those of you who are not familiar with him, was an English mathematician, physicist, astronomer, theologian. He was an author who lived about 350 years ago. Newton used science to explain the mysteries of the celestial heavens in the sky, which the people of that era just didn't understand. He created a device to allow us mere mortals to share the wonders of deep space. Now, in other words, today he's what Australians might call a bloody show-off. He knew things. You could forgive Newton after his lifetime of achievement if he was a bit proud of himself, if he had a few tickets on himself. But not Newton. Our friend Isaac Newton famously credited his success to those who had gone before him. He said, "If I have seen further, it is because I'm standing on the shoulders of giants," the shoulders of giants. Now, by contrast, perhaps all of us will have met someone not as impressive. People we meet in life who think that their good fortune is self-derived, that they really don't owe anything to anyone else. But Newton, he wasn't like that. And today, the theme of my address is that we all stand on the shoulders of someone else. Now, when I look out at this fabulous gathering, my feeling is quite personal. My feeling as a father who hopes their children might graduate. My feeling as a graduate. I can appreciate perhaps some of what you've had to go through to get here to this marvellous day. But regretfully, I don't know each and every one of the graduands. I don't know all of your backstories, the perseverance, the sacrifices you've had to make to get to today. But rest assured, even if I don't know each of your backstories, I know enough to admire your accomplishment. Today marks your personal success. It'll go very quickly. Enjoy every minute of it with your families and friends. But you're here also today not just as individuals graduating. You're here as citizens. You're here as adopted, for those from the 27 other countries who are graduating here today, as adopted sons and daughters of Australia. You're here because your families, your partners, your professors and teachers, and your country has given you this opportunity. You stand here in part due to your own hard work and in part as a result of the sacrifices of your loved ones. And for that, not just the graduands, but every parent, every family member, every friend who's here supporting, you too should feel proud that this is in part your success. Now, it's traditional as I research these occasional addresses for sage and wise and possibly mature people to give you, the fresh-faced, newly minted graduates, some hard-won, world-weary advice. But I only have one piece of advice for you today. It's this: give something back. Get involved in society, get involved in your community. Get involved in some form of public life. Be a pair of shoulders for someone else. Make Australia a better country. Nothing feels better. No one can take that feeling of accomplishment away from you when you contribute to the greater society, no matter what happens in your journey of life. What we accomplish is so much more important than what we accumulate. That's the difference between making a living and building a life. The last time I wore this academic regalia was 18 years ago when I was graduating from my Masters of Business Administration. The world has changed a lot, even in the last 18 years. A lot of that change has largely been driven by the speed of digital technological disruption. In 2001, the first iPhone was still 6 years away. Today, I would be surprised if any of the graduates are not packing an iPhone or an Android phone in their pocket or their purse. But in this last 18 years of massive change, which bits are for the better? Which bits are perhaps for the worse? How do we take the good from this digital revolution shaking up our world while jettisoning the bad? I think we're only really beginning to start untangling that. But I have little doubt that technological disruption will be a large part of the lives of today's graduates. My generation X, we will be the last to remember a world before the internet. Your generation may one day have to imagine or research a world before the internet to find the solutions to the darker or less pleasant side of the digital revolution. Perhaps it'll be digital detox, the social media free days, to community projects. And this is why I say, give something back. Get involved in a public life which is bigger than just yourself. Don't just do it because someone tells you to, but because it'll be good for you as well. Nothing is better than giving back. I think the remarkable students of the class of 2019 will carve a path in a world where isolated individualism is rampant. You, the graduates, will make families and lives, careers and history, at a time where the notion of community has never been more trampled upon and where society has never been more atomised. The digital revolution is good for many things, but the digital revolution, as we're finding out, is not always good for human relationships. The boundless global market may be good for some things, but the boundless global market is not, as we are finding, always good for the human soul. I've always been an optimist. I've always had the view that in Australia, today is always generally better than yesterday, and tomorrow will be better than today. I still fundamentally have that view. But you, the graduates of 2019, you will find challenges. Challenges previous generations did not have to imagine. Now, some of these challenges have long informed my Labor values, my own personal political vocation, but their challenges are larger than ever, and just think about them for a moment. Will we have full employment with the rising tide of automation comes crashing through? Will we defend rights at work and the right to work? Can we promote the ongoing march of women through the institutions of power and equality? Will we take real action on climate change? Can we include the disadvantaged and the marginalised and the vulnerable? Will we finally have a voice for First Australians, constitutional recognition, truth-telling and treaty with our First Nations people? And I'd like to add to the to-do list for the third decade of our century, 2020. We need to renew Australian democracy. We need to defend civil and informed and evidence-based debate at a time of shrill polarisation and shouting, largely driven by the self-selection of social media and the besieged business model of traditional non-opinionated news. Can we defend the agreed-on facts, where truth itself in our world is under siege from technology like deep fakes, which can create a video of anyone doing anything, even if it is not true, or the lyrebird artificial intelligence, which can create audio of anyone saying anything, even if they didn't. Fostering social cohesion in a world rapidly changed by automation and artificial intelligence, that is something worth giving back. Now, I'm sure the class of 2019, you understand the need to give back to our nation and our home. But it's not going to be easy. It's going to require all your brain power, all your energy, all your idealism, all your goodwill. I'm optimistic though. You've seized your opportunity at an education. You haven't wasted it. This is a marvellous credit to you and the people who love you. Many of you plan to be teachers, early year educators, sports coaches. So already I speak to the converted because the very professions you choose to pursue are professions where you will give of your intellect, your physicality, and your emotions. You are people who choose a life of empowering, helping, leading others to fulfill their potential. But our nation will need a little bit more help from you in the future. Australia will need your shoulders to stand upon. So I encourage all of you, particularly as your lives get busy, to hold on to a commitment to community, to public life. Join in, volunteer, stand up, speak out, march and demonstrate if you feel that strongly. Join a charity, a sporting team, a park run, a surf life-saving club, a conservation group, a choir, sing in a choir, play in a band, a trade union, a political party, a faith group, the neighbourhood watch, the RSL, the local fire brigade. Join the SES, participate in a service club, and always turn up to vote. Just join in. We fear what we don't know and who we don't know. Our society cannot be taken for granted. Each of you is part of a bulwark against the pitfalls that Australia could fall into. Divided we are conquered, united we stand. Being part of a successful democracy, of an inclusive society, it means more than just conceiving of your own rights and freedoms. Real freedom is built upon a respect for others. Real freedom is built upon a respect for the rights of others. It is about retaining a fighting conviction that the rights of others are worth maintaining. Remember, you are standing on the shoulders of others, and remember that your shoulders are not just there for you. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Bill. I would now like to welcome our Chancellor, Mr. George Papasayo. The Chancellor's role is to chair the University Council and to guide the strategic direction of Victoria University.
Thank you very much, Naomi. Deputy Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Mr. Shorten, distinguished guests, senior officers, staff, graduands, graduands' families and friends. Can I also welcome you warmly to today's graduation ceremony. Today is a day to celebrate because you've taken the opportunity that Victoria University has offered, and with hard work and determination, you have now achieved success. You've demonstrated a capacity to set goals and to achieve them. You've shown persistence and determination. You've learnt the act of juggling priorities, and many of you have overcome significant challenges in order to complete your studies. These are not just qualities that have enabled you to gain your well-earned qualification, they're qualities that will assist you as you build your careers. Getting to today's ceremony is one of many successes that you will enjoy in life, so be proud of what you've achieved and know that your parents, your families, your friends and all the staff who've been a part of your time with us are equally delighted with what you have attained. You're graduating from a world-class university. It's ranked in the top 2% of universities worldwide. We've established ourselves as one of the world's leading young universities. We're ranked at number 45 in the world in the Times Higher Education Young University Rankings. And that's for universities that are less than 50 years old. Our ranking is very high, given that we are less than 30 years old. And these rankings give prestige to your qualification so that you can proudly claim that you are a graduate of one of the world's top universities. 2019 has been a big year for the growth of Victoria University as we continue our recent period of extraordinary development. The mission of Victoria University has always been to provide outstanding educational opportunities for students from every background. While this mission has never changed, the way that we're delivering has changed for the 21st century. Over the last 2 years, we've introduced the VU Way, which is a revolutionary new way to offer quality educational opportunities in block mode, in small groups, one subject at a time, through highly engaged learning. And we've done away with large lectures. This model has already been tremendously successful, with substantial increases in student attendance rates, student engagement, pass rates, and of course, overall student outcomes. The VU block model will be fully in place across all of our higher education and VU polytechnic courses by 2022. And we're the only university in Australia using this stunningly effective education method. We're doing it at a larger scale than any university in the world. The transformation of our learning and teaching at Victoria University, in addition to the block model, has been recognised on the national and international stage. Our revolutionary digital training designs and approaches scooped the pool at the LearnX Awards, which identify the best workforce learning practices across Australasia in a field of multinational corporate education and public service sectors. Our Victoria University Polytechnic received the Inclusive Training Provider of the Year Award at the 65th anniversary of the Victorian Training Awards, which recognise the exceptional training providers within the Victorian Government's vocational education and training system who've demonstrated outstanding improvements with regard to the achievement, engagement and well-being of students with additional needs. These awards recognise how VU is embracing a culture of access and innovation and evolving into a dynamic and impactful leader in the tertiary education sector. And that means that you, our students, are receiving a modern university education that is setting you up to take on the opportunities and tackle the challenges of the 21st century. Victoria University was born in and proudly remains the university for the west of Melbourne. And while our reach and our aspirations are global, we remain focused on our vision to deliver value by uplifting the communities in which we operate. And this includes making some very exciting changes to our campus footprint that benefit both our students, our staff, and the communities that we serve. One of our most significant campus developments is the new Footscray Hospital, which will be built on the car park of our Footscray Park campus. It's going to create a world-class health and education precinct in the west of Melbourne. It's a significant addition to the VU vision of creating Footscray, University Town, as well as bringing substantial health and community benefits throughout our entire west of Melbourne heartland. This is one way that we're making a difference for our local communities. Today, we're graduating students from the College of Arts and Education. The College of Arts and Education brings together a diverse range of disciplines, which include music, the humanities, youth work, the creative arts, screen media, and education. The college commits to providing the best work-ready graduates who have an impact within their community. In support of this commitment, students undertaking education studies have completed approximately 1,000 placements in schools, in kindergartens, and in community organisations. College staff and students, individually and collectively, have achieved much to be proud of in 2019. One of our academic staff, Jane Hickey, with the support of the youth work team, has undertaken groundbreaking work in bringing alternative communication tools to support youth workers and young people with profound disabilities in Indonesia. And our success is also evident in our students' achievements. Today, we're graduating Sina Toki Hachigani with a Bachelor of Music. Sina is a most highly valued member of the VU music community. He's a unique, gifted, and creative individual who uses art and music to explore, analyse, and understand the world around him. Sina's considerable artistic and academic achievements at VU are all the more impressive due to his incredibly challenging journey to Australia and Victoria University. As an emerging rapper in his native homeland of Iran, Sina came under the scrutiny of local government and police for his politically charged music and lyrics, and was imprisoned. Upon release, came to Australia and enrolled in our Bachelor of Music. And a final example, an app designed by Janice Zhao, who graduated from VU earlier this year, won the Deloitte's Rising Star Award in 2019. Rising stars have the potential to develop into successful companies that stand out from their competitors, and this app was the subject of her minor thesis. All of these achievements contribute to our goal, to be a great university of the 21st century, with opportunity and success at our heart. As you heard, this is my final graduations week before I retire as Chancellor of Victoria University. And it's been my absolute pleasure and privilege to preside over graduations for the past 10 years. In my time, I've witnessed our students' extraordinary achievements. I've listened to amazing life stories. I've sensed the pride that our students feel when they cross this stage. And I've been honoured to share in your well-deserved celebrations. I think presiding over this very special time in our students' lives is one of the things that I will miss the most. But today is about you, our students, the next generation of thinkers who will solve local and worldwide challenges and who will make your mark on the world in so many different sectors. As you graduate and leave us to embark on your careers, consider how you might use the skills you've acquired to strengthen the communities from which you've come, or the new communities that you're destined to become part of. Today, about 340 of you will graduate, and I encourage you to remain connected to the VU community as a member of the Alumni Association so that you can continue to build your personal and professional networks. And I have no doubt that you will be wonderful ambassadors for Victoria University, and I want to congratulate you once again. And to all the family and the friends and the supporters who've come with you today, can I just remind you that this is a celebration. We do respect the formality of these occasions, but we also work very hard to make them enjoyable and enthusiastic celebrations. And one way, a very important way, that I want you all to participate in this celebration is to clap and to cheer as loudly as you possibly can for every single student who comes up on stage. And if you don't do that, you won't be invited back to any other graduation ceremony. Now, graduands, would you all please stand? You've noticed, no doubt, that we have described you as graduands. That's because you're not quite graduates yet, but you're about to become graduates. And to help me instantly turn you into graduates, I call upon the academic board representative, in fact he's the chair of the academic board, Associate Professor Tom Clark, to present the authorised record of all conferred graduates for this ceremony and for those in absentia. Thank you, Professor Clark. Academic boards are very important. They're responsible for maintaining the rigorous quality of our degrees and other qualifications. And Tom, of course, oversees the academic board. So this means that you are receiving a quality degree from Victoria University. And so, by virtue of the authority that is vested in me by the Council of Victoria University, I admit the duly authorised graduates to the appropriate awards and to all the rights and all of the privileges of those awards. Congratulations, you are now graduates. As graduates, you're capable of very complex tasks. The first complex task I'm going to ask you to do is to turn around. Face your family and your friends. And graduates, please give them a round of applause to say thank you. Thank you for all of your support in helping us to get here today. Thank you, family and friends. Now, graduates, turn around, resume your seats. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor. I call upon the Vice President, Sustainable Industries and Livable Cities, and the Dean, College of Arts and Education, Professor Rob Strathdy.
Chancellor, I am honoured to present the graduates from the College of Arts and Education. Higher Education Diplomas. Katharina Berrymeyer. Dinella Dalcol. David Duggan. Ruby Griffiths. Sydney Nuupulsulu. Anna Pedala. Jenny Peng Tang. Ashley Scarreri. Taylor Small. Melanie Vella. Caitlin Portelli. Bachelor graduates, Renee Mathias. Ayla El Abadai. Waiting for the flash. Miriam Altulbai. Jessica Barbari. Lauren Gassy. Madison Hackney. Delisha Hemming. Seymour Kardashla. Yagma Mutnul. Zalaith Sali. Juliana Segler. Nuran Tikin. Jessica Tepilis. Jacob Adkins. Slow down a bit. Seidel Assil. Jake Barker. Jessica Brennan. Bethany Cogger. Nicholas Delac. Stephen Dooley. Alexandra Gigorio. Stephanie Groves. Sarah Halleck. Jana Jankovic. Jared Kramer. Andrew Lee. Simon Lewicki. Amelia Lomas. Lauren Morrison. Simran Pangli. Well done. Eleanor Ramsey. Adrian Romanek. Sarah Abdullah. Jade Anderson. Brittany Ansons. Taylor Attard. Lisa Bragolia. Shannon Briscoe. Alexandra Brusik. Daniel Kia. Ebony Kiafa. Pat Kilasia. Monique Kilasia. Sarah Chalk. Leah Kikon. Olivia Clarence. Jessica Clark. Samantha Coletta. Madeline Cook. Alexandra Cook. Crystal Cornell. Chrysanthi Demetrio. Enda Delovac. Susan Doot. Tegan Ellison. Cassandra Frugia. Jessica Fischera. Elliot Fitt. Leslie Few. Denise Florindo. Jared Galea. Cassandra Gussie. Anya Gradelzi. Renee Gritte. Nadia Headland. Melissa Higgins. Saikeiko Holt. Caitlin Horsnell. Gina Huon. Gavin Huon. Natasha Hosmans. Stephanie Johns. Twine Julian. Emily Kaparis. Jennifer Katar. Nikolina Karevsky. Paramitha Yularatin. Ashleya Kuzia. Valentina Lazar. Monica Layton. Taylor Lind. Sarah Luz. Nilu. Peggy Ellen Metos. Annalise Maloney. Jane Mitchell. Hudson Moore. Rima Musa. Sharon Ewan. Gail Nominskos. Ellen Nurse. Ebony O'Connor. Kathleen Okawa. Nicole Palmer. Anne Parsons. Xiao Meng Pi. Annie Perkins. Natasha Pettit. Hannah Piacentini. Kelly Pilkington. Chelsea Reeves. Chloe Reeves. Stephanie Reiter. Julie Ratitsky. Tori Rodgick. Cassandra Ross. Kate Russell. Hattis Shabazz. Critchell Sampson. Jack Scanlon. Jessica Scarreri. Erin Shrimbry. Joshua Swab. Alexandra Scott. Elsie Sitt. Faiza Shabazz. Kimi Sharma. Rebecca Shackleton. Amandeep Singh. Natasha Smith. Elena Sosiska. Heather Statsitsky. Penelope Theodosu. Madeline Thomas. Dimlan Tu. Samantha Trudowski. Vladimir Vili. Melanie Vitrano. Taylor Volling. Taya Volpato. Hayley Wanstall. Tia Willen. Hayden Wilton. Ashley Withers. Perry Yip. I call upon Professor Anthony Watt.
Zahira Ali. Sharon Allport. Adam Anderson. Emma Jane Anderson. Renee Ashley Andrews. Kylie Armstrong. Vicky Ashak. Oliver Leo Ashkar. Estelle Ashkar. Chloe Bayano. Celine Billick. Hannah Marie Blassis. Lainey Bloomkamp. Christina Budib. Ashley Bratby. Shani Buckham. Daniel Michael Bullis. Ashlyn Burr. Leslie Francis Butler. Riley Byrne. Justin Alfred Camilleri. Toba Silika. Tamara Chatterton. Joseph Alexander Chatwin. Lauren Ashley Cheetham. Sonia Chen. Madeline Lee Christofides. Liam Clark. Rebecca Victoria Clayton Randall. Shanae Louise Coffey. Emily Colbert. Sheridan Corker. Ellen Margaret Courtney. Lainey Ann Coverdale. Caitlin Marie Cristallini. Nicola Danby. Jessie Bow Dangerfield. Amy Daniels. Pamela Dean. Margarita Del Chito. Jamie DeManuel. Ashley Nicole DiMartino. Logan Dorset. Danielle Ellis. Shea Lisa Faila. Brooke Katerina Felsinger. Rebecca Foles. Catherine Fox. Stephen George. Hannah Marie Goering. Meg Louise Gleason. Natalia Gojevic, sorry. Alicia Lorraine Gould. Jessie Hardness. Nikki Selena Hardiker. Madeline Ruth Harper. Joseph George Hess. Grace Hill. Lachlan Holmes. Danielle Elise Horner. Michaela Lee Hurst. Rafaela Lucretia Ieria. Lauren Innes. Nicole Yanashevich. Andrea Ioannidis. Scott Johnson. Jake Joyce. Yumana El Babidi Katab. Doris Katar. Tuba Kosh. Alexia Kostantilakis. Caitlin Lambert. Tracy Lee. Emily Linaz. Amber Leanne Laver. Alessandro James Lecoul. Emily Rose Leegewood. Scott Paul Lindsay. Alexander Charles Stephen Magafas. Dylan Mangione. Rosalie Marafiotti. Megan Marie Morell. Samantha Antoinette McAuliffe. Sarah Ashley Mott. Benjamin Malik Murphy. Christopher Brady Muscat. Nada Newman. Cecilia Nguyen. Jenny Nguyen. Stephanie Nikolowski. Teresa Marie Nolan. Jacqueline Sarah Nolan. Jodie Bree O'Donoghue. Sarah Ann Olson. Julie Margaret Osborne. Mariah Kate Parrington. Braden Pastore. Emily Jane Pearce. Jessica Joy Pelns Ross. Daniel Terence Perkins. James Henry Peterson. Luan Khan Fong. Philip Moreau Piscopo. Ebony Powell. Paulina Rees Gerte. Shanice Rizzo. Kayla Nicole Rizzo. Kayla Jade Robinson. Rhiannon Brooke Rosniak. Kate Eleanor Roff. Annalise Rutherford. Catherine Salum. Tyler Kane Sori. Christina Ida Sherry. Jake Joe Shembry. Anna Marie Scordo. Sarah Simmons. Bernadette Grace Smedley. Maggie Snowden. Salma Sued. Monique Taylor Stapleton. Emma Stenhouse. Paige Madison Stokes. Gosdade Tam. Peter Theodorou. Mia Thompson. Amber Louise Claire Thompson. Alana Toffelon. Amy Raquel Top. Abia Toza. Nu Quinn Tran. Delek Ugraspul. Daniel Venuto. Hannah Elise Walker. Liam Watt. Tyler Jade Watt. Jacqueline Michelle Wheeler. Darcy Marie Williams. Cameron Richard Llewellyn Wood. Shafina Anvadine. Martha Bao. Mitchell Bonici. Brendan Clancy. Rayanne L. Howley. Nancy Haddad. Jasmine Hills. Dugu Karagos. Ko Hassa Blue Hatu. Eleanor Lancaster. Yancel Rifat. Kirby Smith. Elena Danka Yusuf. Tavia Patricia Field. Layla Siarif Hussein. Julian Johnson. Masters graduates. Dexter Philippe Rial Martha. Bella Rose. Dylan Patrick Stiles. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the College of Arts and Education. Chancellor, I'm honoured to present the graduates from the College of Sport and Exercise Science. Bachelor graduates. Keisha Nettlefold. Christopher Silvers. Frank Chichiglia. Mohammed El Demir Dash. Samir Mustafik. Joshua Smart. Christopher Jedediah Smith. Jordan Anthony Tedesco. Christopher James Tubbs. Ashley Ann Wallace. Benjamin Joseph Cookney. Michael Daniel Lovett. Alex Glenn Wilson. Mitchell Woods. Julian Perta. Radomir Badzoka. Siobhan Thompson. Michael Wilcox. Charisse Cicluna. Masters graduates. Louise Bongiovanni. Joseph Primerano. Jared Rutley. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of the graduates from the College of Sport and Exercise Science. Chancellor, I call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Peter Dawkins AO, to present the university medalist.
Chancellor, it is with great honour that I present the University Medal for Academic Excellence. Victoria University awards these medals in order to recognise high-achieving students who demonstrate the university's commitment to excellence and display the attributes of a future generation of academic leaders. Higher education medals are awarded to students in each college in any of the following categories. Firstly, undergraduate studies. Secondly, undergraduate honours. Thirdly, postgraduate coursework. Medals are awarded to those graduates who have achieved consistent academic excellence over the duration of their course and a grade point average of at least 6.8 out of a maximum of 7. As the recipient of the Medal of Excellence in Undergraduate Studies for the College of Arts and Education, please welcome Cassandra Ross. So Cassandra achieved excellent results throughout her course with a grade point average perfect score of 7 and an average mark of 97.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor, and congratulations, Cassandra. I now invite Maggie Snowden to speak on behalf of the graduates. Maggie graduated today with a Bachelor of Education, gaining a GPA of 6.9. Maggie has achieved exceptional academic results and is a willing contributor in her classes. Her interaction with her peers and students is socially conscious and considered. Maggie has challenged herself throughout her degree, taking on challenging placements. In 2017, she completed an exchange program in Ecuador for 1 month and then spent 4 months in the Galapagos Islands, focusing on environmental science research, fieldwork, and education. This year, she went on to Malaysia to conduct a study tour and complete a primary teaching placement. Please welcome Maggie Snowden.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, academics, teaching staff, fellow graduates, family and friends. I'm truly honoured to be speaking on behalf of my fellow graduates. We have been through a crazy but amazing journey together, and I feel so much pride in all of us for arriving at this point today. We've made it. I commenced the course in mid-2016 after moving from a small country town. I knew I wanted to complete a major in disability studies after completing a gap year position as a teacher's assistant at a special education school, which enlightened me to a new perspective of inclusive education for students with special needs. I believe within the first couple of weeks of the degree, the word pedagogy was discussed just a few times, And I wasn't the only one who was a little bit puzzled. Fast track to our final year, and it was now AFGT time, which I think we all found daunting. But look at us now, we all have our own teaching toolbox and practices. We have got this. To all the wonderful teaching staff at Victoria University, thank you for your support, your guidance, and for generously sharing your knowledge with us. We have gained so much from you all and can now strive to be the best educators we can be. On behalf of all the graduates here today, I would like to say an enormous thank you to all of our family and friends. Thank you for the ongoing support and words of encouragement during the highs and lows throughout the 4 years. Personally, I would like to thank my parents for supporting and believing in me. Knowing that you're only a phone call away during the stressful times, and not worrying too much that I knew zero Spanish when I jumped on that plane to Ecuador for my semester abroad. Finally, to my fellow graduates, I would like to I'm so proud of you all today for getting to this point in your journey. We have all had challenges along the way, but have been continuously supportive with one another, answering those panicked messages about what needs to be done for assignment deadlines or what happened in that class they missed. So thank you for a wonderful 4 years together. I'd like to close with the words from a well-renowned educator, Rita Pearson, which I believe some of you may have heard before in class. Every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists that they become the best that they can possibly be. We can do this. We're educators. We're born to make a difference. Congratulations, graduating class of 2019. You are all so amazing, and I wish you all the best in the future, wherever the teaching profession may take you. Thank you.
Thank you, Maggie. I now invite the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Peter Dawkins, AO, to read the charge to our new graduates.
Chancellor, can I ask all of the new graduates to stand, please? Congratulations to you all, and I'm now going to read the Victoria University charge to our graduates. I charge you, as graduates of Victoria University, to uphold our commitment to excellence in the way you use your knowledge, skills and capabilities in your chosen occupations and industries and in your further studies. To engagement by the way you use your knowledge, skills and capabilities for the benefit of local and global communities. And to access, along with equity and respect, by the way you connect with people from diverse countries, cultures, socioeconomic and educational backgrounds. Let it be known that you are now a graduate of Victoria University, defined by a commitment to excellence, engagement and access in everything you do. I charge you to make a difference to the world by modelling these values and behaviours and by being courageous in the way you play your part in solving problems in your work and in the broader community. Congratulations again, and please be seated.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. I would now like to welcome back our Chancellor, Mr. George Pappas, AO, to offer his final congratulations.
Thank you very much, Naomi. And thanks to all of you for making my second last graduation ceremony at Victoria University such a memorable celebration. You took my advice during my very boring speech, and you joined in a very enthusiastic and joyous celebration. And I'm going to miss these events. They've been the highlights of my tenure as Chancellor. And in particular, I'm going to miss the speeches. I'm going to miss hearing occasional speakers like the Honourable Bill Shorten, who are always so inspiring with such incredible advice to our graduating students. Thank you once again, Bill. Thank you. And Maggie, thank you for your wonderful speech. You reminded me of my trip to the Galapagos Islands, but I wasn't studying anything, just looking at wildlife, and it must have been quite an incredible experience for you. And listening to students like you, again, emphasises the quality of people who come through Victoria University. I will miss all of you. Now, graduates, you have been doing all the standing. Now I'm going to ask you to do the sitting, because I'm going to ask everybody else to stand up, please. Family, friends, staff, everybody else, please stand up. This is our opportunity to give a final, rousing, standing ovation to our graduates to say congratulations on your fantastic achievements. Thank you all. You may resume your seats.
Chancellor, that brings to a close the formal proceedings of this graduation ceremony. On behalf of the Chancellor, I extend an invitation to all graduates and guests to join him in the university procession for refreshments in the View, which is located on level 4 of this venue. For safety reasons, I ask guests to remain in their places until the university procession and the new graduates have left the atrium. Guests will then be invited to leave once the procession and graduates have departed. Would everyone now please stand?